Galaxy Fold 5 is here, and boy does it come with some mixed feelings. Look at this thing right here. No gap. Man, it looks so much better than before. Because ever since the first Fold, all we wanted was for Samsung to get rid of that weird gap that stayed on there when you tried to close it shut. Because it wouldn't close. It won't close. But there, it's fixed now. Finally, 4 years later. Job done, all good. Or is it? Is it all good though? I firmly believe that the world is split right down the middle between two kinds of people. Those who love the Fold and those who hate it. And I don't think that the new Galaxy Fold 5 is gonna do anything to change that dynamic because it has a beautiful new zero-gap hinge, the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, and that's it. The hinge is wonderful. It feels a little bit smoother than before as you open and close the phone. We could be imagining. Early impressions, it feels a little bit smoother. We obviously love the zero gap mechanism. Now, technically, you could still see just a little bit of space in there between the two parts of the foldable. Maybe if you find something really, really thin, you can slide it in there, but you know, at this point, it doesn't matter. It's good. It's zero gap. It's fine. According to Samsung, they managed to close the gap with the Fold 5 because the new hinge is somehow situated in a more efficient way beneath the screen, which is awesome, and I hope that also helps with durability because durability tends to be a problem with the Fold. What's never been a problem with the Fold though is performance, speed. And I expect that to continue to be the case because Samsung has carefully installed the newest and most powerful Qualcomm chipset, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, up from last year's 8 Plus Gen 1, so the raw performance increase here won't be huge this year, but it's still gonna be there. And there's gonna be the added benefit of the slightly faster LPDDR5X RAM, which is better than LPDDR5 RAM. And it's 12 gigs, which is a lot, and so slightly faster RAM, and it also has 256 and 512 gigabyte versions for the SSD storage, with the 1 terabyte version available as an online exclusive. All of this hardware screams. It's not groundbreaking, but should be more than capable for pretty much any use case. Initial impressions, the Fold 5 works nice and smooth, extremely fluid, but I would say wait for our full review at PhoneArena.com. Now, how about the Fold software? Because you have that big, stunning 7.6-inch display, which is now even brighter than before with 1750 nits of peak brightness, high resolution dynamic Amoled, high refresh rate, beautiful crease right down the middle of it. You want to take advantage of that, right? Now, not that One UI on the Fold is bad. It's actually great, but it's just that we hope to see a bit more than, well, we increased the recent apps from 2 to 4 this year. Right, so yeah, you have that very useful Taskbar feature which shows you your favorite apps and recent apps as you're using an application, and you have recent apps in the right side of it. This year you get up to 4 recent apps, and that's everything new. Specifically for the Fold 5. You can still have up to 3 applications in split screen multitasking mode, which is insane even for the hardcore multitaskers out there. And yeah, by the way, the Fold 5 camera is the same as last year. 50 megapixel main camera, 10 megapixel zoom, and 12 megapixel ultra-wide cam, pretty much the same camera sensors as before. Now, that doesn't mean the camera will work the same because Samsung has been upgrading and working all the algorithms, so the processing side should be better. So we haven't tested the camera yet, and we wouldn't expect, you know, groundbreaking improvements, but it should be better than last year's model. Sadly, there's still no S Pen compartment in the Fold 5, so you either have to carry it separately or get a big S Pen case for your big Fold 5 if you're interested in having an S Pen. And there you have it, guys, the Galaxy Fold 5, the best and worst Fold upgrade so far. Told you this was gonna be mixed feelings. It just doesn't feel like Samsung is investing too much energy into the development of the Fold line right now, because, you know, as a whole it doesn't feel too different from the Fold 4, which didn't feel too different from the Fold 3, which didn't. You get the point. Some of the main complaints are still there, like the very narrow front screen, the display crease, you know, but at the same time, the gap is gone now, so you no longer have that strange, weird gap as you try to close it, and that makes it feel fresh and new and different than before. Plus, it's 10 grams lighter now, which is always a plus, especially when it comes to massive foldables. By the way, the Fold 5 is on pre-order right now. You can find the links for the best offers in the description. And here's the full list of official Fold 5 prices. Yeah, let's just say that foldable technology is not going mainstream this year. Pretty expensive, eh? Yeah. Anyway, the Fold 5 hitting the shelves on August 11. Now, if we could only do something about that grease, Samsung. Thanks for watching, guys. See you all next time.